was in the closet, but I'm out now, you feel me?
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
J-Lon to you, mother.
Hey y'all, so as y'all can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing my coming out story. And if y'all see me looking down, it's because I got my laptop. And it's not like a long story, but it's a lot of points that I want to hit on. So I'm going to be looking down to make sure I catch everything. And this isn't going to be no like emotional story or nothing like that. Like I done did enough crying. Like it just like I done got past that stage. Like I feel like I'm in a good state in life. Like I love myself. I'm happy with myself. And yeah, I'm just thriving, flourishing, you feel me? So enough like jibber jabber, rah rah rah. We finna just get right into the video. I want to start off like in high school. So I feel like people have always known that I like dudes, but they weren't like disrespectful about it or nothing like that. Like they would ask some of my closest friends if I like dudes, but my friends would always tell them no, because unless you hear it from me, it's not true. Like I don't care what anybody else says. If it doesn't come out of my mouth, I did not say it. It's not true. So yeah, that you feel me? And so basically in high school, I was that dude that hung around nothing but females. Like I had a few male friends here and there, but it never like was the equivalent of how many female friends I had. And the reason being, I grew up around nothing but females. Like I was just comfortable being around females because that's what I grew up around. Like female sisters. My sisters were that was stupid. Bruh, hold on, wait. My sisters, my aunties, my mom, my grandma, you know. And I also grew up like a part of my life without my father, so I feel like that also played a role. But yeah, so in high school I wasn't like flamboyant or nothing. Like I wasn't too feminine. I was kind of like a mix. Like I had my feminine side, but I also had a masculine side. Like I don't know, it's kind of like a switch. Like I can turn them off, turn them on whenever I wanted to. And yeah, so senior year in college, you know, that's when you pick out what college, senior year in high school, you know, that's when you pick out your college, like what college you want to go to. And I decided that I wanted to go out of state. I did not want to stay in Georgia no more. I wanted to move away. I wanted to start over. I wanted to go somewhere where I can reinvent myself, basically. And so I chose Every University of Louisiana, which is in New Orleans, which is 6 hours away from here. So my whole goal of going out there, besides the education, was to basically just create a brand new me. Like I didn't want people to know me as being gay or whatever. Like I just wanted to start a whole new life, but obviously it didn't go that way. I guess God has something else in store for me, you feel me? And so yeah, so Xavier has like dorms. Like I was staying in an all-male dorm, and so when I got there, I associated myself with nothing but males. Like I knew the females, but instead of hanging out with them all the time, I would try to hang out with the males. Like, but here's the thing, bro. Like, I don't play basketball. I don't play football. I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball. I mean, like I can converse about it if need be, but I felt like I would have to force myself to actually watch it and actually, you know, like process it and everything. And I don't want to do that because it's interesting, but it's not my go-to basically. And yeah, so so the guys that I had basically found in NOLA, like to be my friends or whatever, I started to distance myself from them because I found myself not fitting in. It just was too hard for me to be able to fit in with them. And I would have to change things that I wouldn't normally do in order to, you know, fit in with them. And so I started distancing myself from them, and I found my group of friends that I love dearly. Leia, Imani, Ken, Kay, Chloe, and Zion. Them my motherfucking dogs, you feel me? Them my smoke buddies. I wouldn't trade them for the freaking world, you feel me? And so once I found them, I felt like everything started happening like like this basically, like. And so what happened? I'm trying to think. It's a lot, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, so we would smoke with each other or whatever. And I remember before I had smoked with them, I had smoked with these other, like with another group of friends, but they were cool though. But it was something with me, like I had got real paranoid. Like my mind was just overthinking, and me, I already overthink when I'm sober. So when I'm high, like it just like increases so times 10. And like I was thinking that they knew that I was gay, they knew that I was hiding something, they just knew that I was trying to be something that I wasn't trying to be. That's what I was thinking, but in reality they weren't even worried about me. Like they were just cool with me. And so, but me, it was just eating me up inside. When you're trying to be something that you're not, it just it's not a good feeling, you feel me? And so yeah, so after that high, found my new friends, started smoking with them. And I remember it was this one time we was all in the UC, the University Center, sitting upstairs, just chilling, like relaxing. And I don't know, it just felt like this perfect moment to tell them that I like dudes. But here's the catch. I told them I was bisexual. I didn't tell them that I was gay or nothing like that. I just told them that I was bi. And I mean, it didn't change the way that they looked at me. Like, they still fuck with me for who I was. Like, they weren't going to start fucking with me because I was attracted to dudes. And for me, I kind of use that as like a step in the water, because for me personally, I knew I didn't like females, but I wanted to see what they were going to say if I just told them that I like both genders, basically. And so, yeah, so everything kept going on normal. And then I started smoking by myself. And I remember I had this real emotional high. Like, it just made me feel like all my emotions. I don't know what it was, but it just made me feel all my emotions. Like I was crying, I was sad. And that was the night I had just like looked in the mirror, accepted myself for it, told myself I was gay. And it's literally not, I told myself there's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's just something that you're gonna have to accept. It's nothing that you can change about it. And yeah, so I had wrote out this long letter, bro. I was crying, wrote out this long letter to my family, because at first I was gonna write out a letter and just send it to them through mail and tell them, because I didn't want to like tell them like on the phone or nothing like that. But I decided to just wait until I went home for the break I'm on now, which is winter break, I believe what they called it. I don't know. And but I decided not to send the letter. And I decided to call my sister, my older sister, Yara. She was the first person I came out to. And she had told me, like, it doesn't make me look at you any different. I'm not going to judge you. I still love you for who you are. And I pretty much think she already knew, because I feel like your sibling, especially your family, like your family knows you better than anybody. So they going to know before you even know, if we being honest, you feel me? And so I had told her, and then like she was the one that I just like talked to about it, and she made me feel like I wasn't alone. And yeah, kind of I love her for that. You know, it just made me feel good. And then as time went on, after I feel like for me, after I told somebody that was in my family, like telling my friends, it wasn't hard or nothing. And so I had met my two buddies, 7 and 0. And it was me, 7, 0, and Imani. We was in the car. We was in Seven's car. No, scratch that. We was in Zero's car. And that was the first time that I had actually, like, out of my mouth, besides telling my sister, that I was like, oh, I'm gay, basically. You feel me? And it just made me feel good, because, like, when you say it out of your mouth, it's like you accept yourself for who you are. So it's like, what can people tell you? Like, you own it. So it's just like a newfound confidence, basically. Told them, and after that, it was so much more easier. Told them, then I told my friends back here: Rocio, Hillary, Janaya, Olivia, Zaya, Destiny, Tiana, Isaiah, Dominique, and Maxine. I had told them, and then I had came home for the break I'm on now. Told my two sisters, and then I told my mom, and I told my brother last. And then, yeah. And so after I had told my mom that I was gay, like I had came out to her or whatever, my sister, she gave me a tarot reading, like with the cards or whatever. I'm gonna put a little picture right here so y'all can see. And basically my reading was like new beginnings, like basically you've overcame something that you didn't know that you wanted to, like basically like I don't know how to explain it, but when y'all see it up here, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. It was just like new beginnings, basically. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. And then yeah, and then after that, I had came out on Twitter, and the reason I came out on Twitter, I'm using Twitter heavy. Like I don't know why, but Twitter is like that app now. Like everybody's on Twitter now. Like if you don't have a Twitter, you might as well just make one because that's where everybody at nowadays. And I had posted a flag, the rainbow flag, the LGBTQ flag, and yeah, I got a lot of love. I got a lot of support. It just made me feel good on the inside to know that people support me for who I am and love me for who I want to be. Yeah, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because after I came out on Twitter, people had told me like I had inspired them, like, cause it's not easy, especially being like a black male. I feel like it's harder for us because one, we're looked at to be nothing but masculine, and we're looked at nothing but to marry females. You know, like that's just our duty or whatever. And for me to be able to do that and inspire someone, it just made me feel good. Like, and I know coming out is sometimes looked down on because heterosexual people don't have to do it, but I look at it as like inspiration towards others because not necessarily saying that you have to come out the closet, but when one person does it, it gives another person the strength to be able to do it and learn to accept them and let them know that they're not alone and let the battle. Because that's how I felt. I felt like I was just by myself. I didn't want to reach out to nobody. I just felt like I needed to deal with it on my own. Because I swear to God, this was something that I felt like I was going to take to the grave. I wasn't planning on telling nobody that I was, you know, gay or whatever. So yeah. And I really haven't told like all of my family, but I feel like this video going on YouTube is gonna help me to be able to tell them because it's like, hey, I'm gay, I'm out the closet, type shit. But yeah, I'm in a good space in life right now. Like, skin glowing, got a haircut. I'm just feeling myself, and I love myself. You know, I feel like I can do whatever I want now without having to answer to nobody, without having the pressure of just like without being pressured to be straight, basically. And yeah, that's what it is. So I really don't know what I'm gonna be doing on this channel. I still have an idea, but it's not like set in stone as of yet. Like I'm just gonna be doing whatever comes to mind, basically. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of my coming out story. I know it's kind of short, but to those of you that are watching this that are planning on coming out and want to come out, do it when the time is right. Don't let nobody force you to do it because I feel like over the years, because people have assumed that I've been gay like for the longest, but I never let their like assumptions force me out of the closet. I did it whenever I was ready and when I felt like would be the perfect time for me to do it. And no one's gonna know when's the right time to do it except yourself. Like that's just how it is, you feel me? Yeah. So on that note, love yourself, be yourself. And yeah, I'm probably gonna record another video. Don't know when yet, but peace and hair grease.